She made history as the first African woman to win the New York Marathon.
I represent the entire Africa continent. So it was not that a small girl struggling to make a difference in the Pokot community, but I became like ambassador for the whole continent.
When it came to winning medals, Tecla had a name.
Started to be ambassador is when I started the peace races in 2003, and I've been working in the conflict areas whereby our people are fighting because of cattle rustling and many other challenges, issues.
Often, she's confronted by tribal conflicts that have remained unresolved for decades.
This country cannot be built by one person, but I want Kenyan to be patriotic.
She is a woman with a mission. Today, she's leading a peace caravan to Toplain in Silale, Tiati constituency, Baringo County. The unforgiving terrain notwithstanding, Tecla must make it to this meeting, more so because she's meeting the local administration as well as some of the former cattle rustlers. Toplain has the notorious fame of harboring criminals who commit atrocious crimes elsewhere and hide here. In 2014, 23 policemen were killed by bandits in Kasarani, near Kapedo. It was just one of the many attacks in this region. From a time she was sprinting to prove her prowess on the track, to a time now she is sprinting towards a personal goal. Peace must come to East Pokot.
Wamelia sana maneno ya maji na tunajua bila maji, bila elimu, watu watakuwa wakisosana.
Cattle rustling is not hearsay to her.
After losing my relatives, so I came with the idea I want to do something for our people. I didn't start like any other NGOs that they have the interest to have money. No, I put my energy, I put my money to this project.
Passion that drives her to aim higher.
Every time I see the challenges, every time I see people reforming, every time I see out of these reformed warriors, they have brought their kids to school. That engagement that makes me to continue, and their support, and they are willing, because there are some areas whereby people have been forgotten and they are alone.
She chooses to stand in the gap for those who hardly have a voice. Discipline, she says, is key, and so is knowing what you want in life. She knew from a very young age that she wanted to go to school. That was against her father's wishes.
I was a very stubborn kid, and I was told to be a babysitter for my aunt, and that didn't go well with me. I say no. I was making sure that I was #1 in mathematics, because they know that boys are good in mathematics. Even when I was going for competition, I used to carry my books to competitions, and therefore I come to school, I was ready to sit for the exams. I did not want to give small element for doubts to my father or the community around.
Young Tecla would become not just an excellent student, but an athlete who impressed on track.
I had nobody support apart from my legs. I had no coach. When it comes to federation, people used to bring their own relatives, athletes, and you become #1 in the trial or #2. The last minute when they select the team to go to represent the country, they let you down, so you go home crying.
The girl from West Pokot did not just cry, she did something. Patience was her mantra.
I won many medals for this country, and winning the medals, I struggled. Nobody gave me that medal like that, but I had to struggle. But for me, I'm proud that I did not run for other countries, because I knew that the Pokot people who have been regarded as a warlord community, that something good comes out of that community. And I think that something good come out of the community is me, to represent my community.
The trained accountant is now on the front line, preaching peace, winning hearts with her ability to negotiate with communities that have been at war for decades. When there was an attack in Kilelengwani in Tana River, Tecla was called upon to give her input as a peace ambassador.
I remember one time I was just holding a child thinking that's still alive, but he was kicking the last, and we were able to contain those people. And we stayed there almost like 2 weeks. So you feel that That respect alone, it's only that God has given you this power, but you need more people to come in. Some of these people say, okay, Tecla, you don't help us, we will go back, or we will come after you. Because you have already disengaged somebody who was using a gun to earn a living. And therefore, I prepared the platform for the government, and also not only the government, even the business people, because if there is no security in this country, you will not execute your businesses.
She says peace must go hand in hand with development, giving an example of an attack in Nadome. When Turkana gunmen rained terror in this area in 2015, they left a dark cloud of death that remains etched in her mind.
We had to walk to see by our own eyes, but not to report like any other person. These people, no roads, no schools. What do you expect? What kind of generations? And here we are in a small highland here in Nairobi or in our small places, thinking that we are doing well, but we are shrinking. The more you don't empower our people, the more crime we get. Not that those people are bad, no. These people are intelligent, but nobody has given them opportunity to exercise what they have.
From a time she wanted to be a nun to a time now where she is at home with delivering much-needed peace and sometimes education through her efforts, Tecla says satisfaction is knowing you left a mark in another person's life.
When you have that opportunity to give your time, because we don't stay this world forever, just extend your hand.
For Citizen Weekend, I am Mawathe.